Hi, Facebook friends. How is everybody here today, tonight, another day, another night? I love you all. And I'm already going to say this because probably you're noticing a difference. I lost my voice over the weekend, actually the last couple days. So it might be a little tough to hear me, but bear with me, guys. And maybe the reason why one of the reasons why I'm calling this live to really raise your voice and speak up. Because no matter how you are or where you are in life, in your journey, in your healing process, in your transformation, even if you are losing literally, even if you're losing your voice, there's always something you have to or you want to share. There's always something that really pulls you forward and makes you go, you know what, I'm going to share this. I'm going to share this because it feels right to me, because it feels like someone out there needs to hear this. And because no matter how sick I am or how sick I feel or how I am really pushing myself to be here right now, this is something important that a lot of us need to pay attention to. And in one way or another, not letting other things to stop us to get where we want to go, okay? So in the meantime, I'm also gonna have a little bit of my drink, my tea, because I need to clear my throat every now and then. So thank you for being here. I'm gonna try to make this a super quick video because I don't wanna speak too long. I already had a video going on in another group, and I'm kind of getting back into the hot mess and hot sweat, so maybe is that fever coming back up again that I've had on and off for a couple of days. But inside, I still feel good. I still feel that we can still communicate and share something that I, again and again and again, I think is something important. So what I'm saying is, you know how I always say, raise your voice, speak up, speak your truth, speak what you have to say, and why I feel like really I feel and believe that's something important to do, because it is really one way of empowering yourself. And for those of you who already know me, and maybe you're just getting to know me, one of the things that I do as a woman, one of the things that I do as a coach, I empower people, I empower women, and obviously I don't do it on my own. What I do is I empower myself, right? And I do this in my coaching, or I do this when just sharing my story. And honestly, I'm going to tell you something. Maybe this is a secret or not really a secret. I don't do magic. What I do is I share my story, I share my struggles, my life, what I'm going through in life. And in one way or another, that translates into having communications, talking to people, sharing some more, having this open communication line. And then in the whole process of discussing things, I help people discover their own power. So when I say I am an empowering coach, it doesn't really mean that I have I don't know, like a magic wand and I'm like hitting you in the head and then I give you your power. That's not what we do as a coach or as coaches. What we do is we bring you the tools, we bring you our story, we bring you what we've gone through, and we teach you the shorter version of how to gain your power back. So, and that's one thing that I strongly believe, that everybody, you, men or women, kid, all older adults, we all have that in us. And so we all have it. So why not really spending a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, a little bit of investment into how do I do this? You know, maybe I for the longest time, maybe some people wanted this. For the longest time, I had this itch that I need to do something greater in life, but I don't know how, because I always feel that I don't have what it takes. So there's always a way. So when I do say empower ourselves or empower each other, really what I mean is bringing that power back with your actions, with your thoughts, with the things that you do in your daily life, consciously and obviously unconsciously. Because the more we tap into that power, really, the more we tap into that essence in who you are and what it is that you're here to do. Because that's the thing about empowering ourselves, is that you have to know who you really are. And not only you have to know from the get-go, you have to find it out, right? So in that process of not knowing until knowing, finding it out, in that process, in that in between, that's when magic happens. That's when you get your tools. That's when you empower yourself. That's when you realize, you know what? I don't need anybody else. I don't need anybody's approval for me to feel important. I don't need anybody to tell me, yes, what you're doing is correct, what you're doing is right. Because you know what? They won't be that kind of a person. Because in whatever you do in life, whether or not you have a business, whether or not you have a career, whether or not you probably are lost or don't know what to do, whoa, there will always be people who are going to agree with you, and there will always be people who will disagree with you. And that's just okay. That's just perfectly fine. If anything, that's even better, because you want to have both sides. You want to have both parts of the equation. What it is to be in alignment with what everybody else collectively is feeling, and what it is to feel in without alignment, or feeling the difference, when I've touched on a topic that maybe is not going to coincide with what people want to hear or want to say or want to feel around you. So that's a good thing. You don't always want to agree with what everybody says. Hi guys, whoever who's watching, please, I don't see names, I don't know, I'm not seeing comments. Please tell me who you are, where you're watching from, if you're watching live or if you're watching replay. And please let me know you're healthy and good and don't have a cold or have not lost your voice. And let's connect, let's talk. So, oh my goodness. So anyway, so hopefully this is making sense. And so when I say speaking your truth, right? Raise your voice. Even if you don't have a voice, it doesn't matter. Push yourself. And when I say that, obviously push yourself when it feels good about it. Like to me, even though I'm kind of feeling crappy, I'm sweaty, I'm like about to jump in the shower, right? Because I've been sweating all day and going in and out of the shower because of my, I guess, head cold and fever. There was something that was really itching, scratching my throat. In fact, that literally, that's how it felt. And maybe it had to do with the throat chakra. And I was like, oh, does that feel because I'm kind of sick and my throat is kind of feeling itchy about it? Hi, Raffle, how are you? And, or maybe is that because I need to say something, I need to speak up. And maybe that's what it needed to happen. And I said, you know what, Wendy? It doesn't matter if you don't have your voice 100%. It doesn't matter that maybe you're struggling to say a word because it's hurting right now. But what matters is that you're showing up. What matters is that you're saying what you really want to share. You're speaking what you think is important for those people out there who are looking for something like this, who are searching for some sort of a guidance into, oh my God, how do I do to empower myself? I don't know what to do. I think that I don't have what it takes. I don't know who to talk to. I don't know what it means to empower me and then empower other people at the same time. So I always say, you first have to find it yourself. You all have it in you. But then once you find that in yourself, you're going to be able to expand that to other people. And just like how I said at the beginning, I am an empowerment coach, transformation coach for women. Take the coach word aside from the title, or take the title away. I'm here as Wendy. I'm here as a woman. I'm here as a cousin, as a sister, as a friend, as a daughter, anybody, anyone, whatever label you want to put in front of right above my head. I don't care. But I am here sharing something that I feel is important because it has been important to me. And just like that, there's other people who probably are waiting for this, to hear about this, right? So when I do that, so when I speak up my voice, when I raise my voice and say, hey guys, there is something that I need to share with you right now. And I'm talking to those of you who are receptive. I'm talking to those of you who do need to listen to this. Maybe some people who do not need to listen to this are still going to hear it because maybe they just bump on my live on their Facebook feed. But at the end of the day, I'm talking to those who are interested in this, right? So when I do that, you're going to look at me and say, wow, even though I do not agree with her, or maybe I do agree with her, but maybe she's touching on something that is completely new that I've never heard about before. Or maybe she's talking about something that I hear all the time, but she has a different experience to share, right? So when I do that, or maybe she's someone who is saying the same thing I listened to yesterday from another coach, but this one doesn't have a voice and doesn't have makeup, right? So it doesn't matter however it comes to you. You have to really be open to receive the message. Okay. And so when I do that, when I come to you, when I talk to you about this, when I am saying that I'm confident about the things that I'm sharing to you guys, you look at it, you're going to see that I own my shit, that I'm feeling confident about this, that I feel that, you know what, this is something that needs to be said. This is something that needs to be shared. And no matter where you are in life, there's always something that you can bring up to the table. Okay. So what I'm saying is, for those of you who are doubting about your gifts, doubting about who you are and who you are here to do, or what it is that you're here to do, what your mission is in life, don't let anything stop you. Do not let anything get in the way. And you should think about it this way. You know, the more I work in myself, and I'm speaking for anybody out there who can relate to this, the more I work on myself, right, the more I discover new things about me, the more I start growing and getting up on that ladder of growth, the more I'm open, you know, to share, and the more I'm open to receive, I am becoming a much better person. I am way better now than I was before. I am better, or I feel better than what I was last month. I feel way, way much better than what I was last year, say 6 years ago, right? So, which is when my whole thing started. So what I'm saying is, the more you do that, the more you share about this, the more impact you're creating in this world, the more influence you have on other people. And here's why: because people are going to look at you, and especially those people who do know you and never thought you will be doing anything like this, anything like sharing your story, sharing your faults, sharing your struggles, sharing your wins. They're going to be like, oh my God, look at her, look at Wendy, look at Michael, look at Andy, or anybody out there, Christy. Look at Shelly. Hi, Shelly. Look at anybody out there and say, wow, look at how confident she is and how good she feels about saying what she has to share, and not be afraid of what she's going to say, because people obviously, hi, honey, how are you? And how people are going to be judging you or pointing fingers at you, because at the end of the day, you do not need any of that to feel empowered. Like, trust me. People will always criticize you. You will always be watched. People are always going to try to find something that is not good about you. Hi, Desiree. How are you, honey? And so there will always be those kind of people in your life. And there's nothing you can do about it, right? So the only thing you can do is just keep moving forward, keep working on yourself, keep sharing your story. Because again and again and again, the more you do that, the more change is going to happen all around and within you, and the more change you're going to create outside of you. So with that saying, and this is how I'm going to end, because like literally I'm feeling kind of like, good. The more we do that, the more we are, again, not just working on ourselves, but then also showing other people how to do the same, how to fall, get back up again, and then showing those haters or those people who are here to criticize, or those people who are here to just see the negative, right? Because that's what we hear a lot, right? They start judging people. They start seeing the negatives in them, because that at the end is a reflection of themselves. It's not about you, it's about them, right? So the more we start doing that and showing up and being consistent and telling them, you know what? It's okay what opinion you have about me. It's okay what you have to say, because those are your thoughts and that's what you own. I don't own them. They don't own me. They don't define me. So that's the way I think about this. When you empower yourself, always, always, always work about yourself first. Always do you first, and then after that, you will be able to create that ripple effect that is going to expand and help other people around you. So with that saying, I'm going to get going because I need to rest, get some, I don't know, gargle on something, some tequila. I don't know. Give me a tip, an idea or something, because I don't know how the hell to get my voice back again. And that's it. That's what I want to share, especially because here's the other thing. This is something that I've been hearing a lot more in social media, through friends, through groups where I'm in, and there's all these different stories coming out, and I'm so, so happy because, for example, the other night I shared a story about this lady who I know through social media, and she shared And she's still, almost every single day, she keeps sharing her struggle as a victim of domestic violence. And that's something to applaud, guys. And a lot of women probably are scared of doing that, especially on social media. A lot of women probably are like, I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want people to look at me, look at my like bruises, my body when it's all beat up, because that's what this lady did. But I see a beauty behind that. I see a woman who's trying and really doing a good job about it, getting her power back. If you don't know who I'm talking, or I'd never say her name, but she posted back on my live. But I talked a little bit about her and her story, because no person, women or men, but specifically I was talking about women, should be a victim of any kind of violence, whether it's verbal or whether it's physical. In this case was both, and psychological, right? And so that's another thing that I will end this. And I know I went a little bit over, but whenever we are in that place, and I know I'm changing the subject, guys, just a little bit, but hear me on this. Whenever we are in that place of being a victim, whether or not it is, obviously, most times we don't want to be a victim. Who wants to be a victim, right? But sometimes it's a result of a situation that unknowingly we got ourselves into. Or in this case, as far as a physical and emotional and psychological victim of violence, domestic violence, it's not that she put herself into that place, but she had to figure out how to get out of it. And it took her some time. So whenever we are in that kind of place, we're here to support each other. And I strongly believe that the more we speak about it, the more we share about our story, our struggles, if we ever have been a victim, let's speak it up. Let's share that, because I'm sure there's so many women out there who are just like us, maybe scared about saying anything. They don't know how to speak up. They don't know how to go to the police or go and seek help. They don't know how to find support. I bet you, whoever who is, I know there's people here watching. I know there'll be some people watching the replay. I bet you know probably at least 5 to 10 people who have been victims of any kind of situation. Again, sadly, it's very unfortunate, but maybe physical, emotional, psychological, in many different ways, they've been victims of this kind of violence. And so maybe we don't know who they are, but we know them. And don't you want to feel much better when you extend your hand and try to do something for them, even if it is just listening to them? Because a lot of us want to be heard. A lot of us want to say something, but we stop ourselves because we feel that nobody out there cares. We feel that nobody out there is able to help us. And most times the help doesn't really come in, from a professional person, but sometimes it comes from people that we already know, like our friends and our family. So I know I went a little bit away, but at the end of the day, this ties up because it is all about empowerment. So if you are doubting about what your gifts are, you already have it, guys. You already have it, girls. You have it in you. You just have to find it out. And there's tools to find it out. And I told you many, many times, one of them is just sharing your story. That's going to empower you. Once you feel that way, that you're empowered, you're going to be able to do the same for other people and teach them just by action. Just by taking action and doing the things that you love doing. And do you feel in your heart that it's something that you have to do? Oh my goodness. I hope you get what I'm saying. So, I need to get going. Okay? I'm going to drink some lemon juice and some salt and, I don't know, do something with this throat. So, love you guys. Whatever you do, always do it with passion. Do it with love. And I will see you guys again soon. Hopefully, really soon, once I get my voice back. And let me know what you think about this. I really, really want to hear, because even though I know there's people listening and watching and hearing what I have to say, that was good. That was yummy. Sorry. Oh, thank you, Desiree. Thank you so much. I hope this is something that, in a way, it can help somebody, because I feel like the more we say all these things and share and let people know, hey, there's shit going around. Don't be blind about it, right? The more great things we can create about it. And I forgot what I was going to say. I just forgot when I was choking on my. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. type it out what I was going to say. But thank you guys once again for being here with me. I know I went way over, but it's okay because at the end of the day, I feel like nothing will stop me when I have something to say. Even if it is hard for me right now, but just like that, you guys should also do the same. Don't let anything stop you. Don't let anything get in the way. Whether it's physical, like a sickness, you can still do something. Okay? Sickness, you can still type, send a little message, reach out to a friend, say, hey, I don't know what's going on, but I just want to let you know I'm thinking about you, or I'm praying for you. I hope everything is well. That's it. You don't have to elaborate. You don't have to create this big, scenario about why you are texting, but just let somebody know that you care. Because sometimes, guys, that's all that it takes. Letting somebody out there who maybe has not heard from you for a long time know that someone is thinking about him, that they are not alone. Because at the end of the day, that's the main thing that I always say also. We are not alone. I don't want you guys to feel that you're alone in any situation that you're going through. So that's what I wanted to share. Oh, you're so welcome, sweetie. I hope this is something that people can take more and more and start sharing and speaking up. Anyways, so love you all, and I'll see you guys again soon. Okay, have a good evening. And also, if this is important, like Desiree said, she thinks this is an important message, share, and maybe somebody out there needed to hear this. And I don't know, who knows, maybe not, but, or just say, hey, my friend Wendy is talking about this, whatever. But have a wonderful evening, guys. Stay healthy, be good, and enjoy your day, enjoy your life, because, we only have, I don't know, a few more decades, which seem like a lot, but let me just tell you, I've been through 4 decades already. It goes by really fast. It goes by super fast. So I don't want you to be missing out on anything. I don't want you to go through another 10 years, or 20, or whatever it takes to think about it. I'm like, what do I do with my life? And then you'll be like me, sitting and sipping on some tea with your voice gone and trying to speak up. So love you all, and I'll see you guys again soon. Hi, Irene. I gotta get going, but I'll see you maybe at work. Bye. Bye, guys.